Welcome back to this combat system series. And in this part of our series, I think I'm going to start by creating sounds for our combat system so that just that you can see. If I go to our game, I can walk, I can fight, I can get our staff and so on. But these actions doesn't feel really alive. That's because we don't have any sound. So I can attack our character and he plays the animation, but still it's not the same thing because our character doesn't seem alive since there is no sound. So sound is one of the bases of every game. You need to have great sounds as well as great animations. So if I want this to look alive, to look a real combat system, I need to use sounds as well. So for that, I think I'm going to start by importing a few sounds to our game. So let's go to our content folder. Here I'm going to create a new folder. Let's call it sounds, just like that. In this folder, I'm going to place a few sounds that I'm going to make it available for download. Just place in this folder. Now let's go back to our engine. Here we have a few sounds that I'm going to be using for this video. So let's see. We have our basic slash, basic swoosh, battle music, as you can see, and then footsteps, level up, and a few more swings, just like that. So let's see. I think I'm going to start by creating sounds for our footsteps. So let's go to our Paragons Wukong, characters, heroes, Wukong. Let's go to our state machine. Here I'm going to our event graph. Actually, I'm going to our anime graph, this one. Then let's go to movements. Let's go to walking. And then here I'm going to open this animation. And let's see. There are multiple ways to set up a footstep system, but I think for here I'm going to actually create anime notifiers for sounds so that we are able to get our sounds only when we have actually our feet on the ground. So just like here and here and then here, just like that. Because if I just keep playing the sound without really caring about where are our feet, then it's not going to be it's going to be a little bit strange. So let's just make it like that. So here I think is where it starts. Yeah, just like here. I'm going to right click. Let's go to add notifier and then play sound, just like that. For this sound here, I'm going to select it and let's go to our content and go back to our sounds folder, this one right here. Then let's place it here, just like that. Now let's see. As you can see, when he gets there, it's going to play that sound. But I want the same for the one-to-ones as well. So again, see where are the next feeds. It's going to be on the ground, yeah, just like here. Add a new notifier, play sounds, just like that. The same one, and then let's see. Now here, just like that, add a notifier, play sounds. The same, yeah, that's really the one. Let's see, yeah. A little bit down here, yeah. Then let's see again. And I think here, just like here, add a notifier, play sounds, just like that. Then let's see. Now here, one last time, play sounds. And now let's test it. As you can see, we have our sounds for our walking. And I think it's a little bit too much. Well, let's see this on game. Let's go back to our game. Yeah, I think there is another one at the end there. So I think I'm going to erase this one, the last one. Let's save it. Let's test it again. Yeah, it's a lot better, but I think I need to change a few things here. So let's see. I think I'm going to decrease this a bit to, let's say, something like this. Copy the same number, paste to our pinch multipliers, just like that. Let's test this now. Yeah, I think that was too much. Maybe something like this. And let's save it, test it again. Yeah, that's better. But I think the volume is just too much. Let's make it something like... Yeah, let's go back to our game now. Yeah, I think for now it's better. So we have to make the same thing for our running. So let's go back to our state machine. Here I'm going back to movement. And then here I'm going to running. Let's go to jog forward. Here we already have our setup. So since I'm not going to be using this one, I'm going to just place it there and then delete these ones. So just add a new notifier, play sound. I think I'm going to be using the same one, but I'm going to make a few changes here after that. So just delete this one, place it there, add the notifier, play sound, and then delete this one, place it there. You could just copy this and paste, but I think you should just keep adding notifier, because that way you are not going to forget how to do this after this video. So just like that, delete it, and then add a new notifier. Should be working fine. Let's test this. Let's go a little bit on there. Here, I think this one should be a little bit to the left. And then this one as well. And then here. There is, I think, one last there. Yeah, but I think it's going to be the same one for there. So I'm not going to be placing another one there. Just like that. So I'm going to change the pinch here to just, let's say, something like this. Make it a little bit different. And the volume, let's place it something like this. And let's see this on game. Save it. Let's go back to our game. Yeah, I know why this is happening. So let's go back to our state machine. And I think our transition is just, yeah. I'm going to leave a little bit of space for this transition. So instead, I'm going to just add 100 here. So something like this. Compile it, save. Let's go back to our game. Yeah, it's a lot better. I think the pinch is a little bit too much, at least for walking. I think I'm going to reduce the volume for our walking. So in this part of our series, you just need to get a feel for your game and do this a little bit slower so that you can see what is working best or not, because this is more about the visual of your game than about if it's working or not. So let's say, I think I'm going to place it something like this. Save it. Let's go back to our game. Yeah, it's a lot better. And that one is not. So let's see here. Maybe if I place the pinch a little bit higher, like this. And then let's go to our safeties and let's go to our running again. Here in our running, jog forward, let's see here. We have footsteps. Well, Lumi, I think I'm going to play something like this, I think. Yeah, should be enough. And then for pinch, maybe, yeah, I think I'm going to with 0.5. Yeah, let's test this on game and see if it's great or not. Save this. Let's go to our game. Yeah, it's a lot better. Now I think it's good. And as you can see, we have our enemies as well. Yeah, I think if it's going to be a lot of enemies, it's going to be just too much for this volume. Maybe, yeah. I think I'm going to maybe use a different, let's see. I could just get a new state machine for our enemies and set the volume a little bit, not as much as ours. And I think it should be easier for just to see where the sound's coming from. So let's see. Yeah, I think it's too much. So it is, yeah, really too much. There is another way to do this that is basically in our state machine. We could get, let's see, we could use anim notifiers to set the sounds in our state machine and set the localization of our character. So you could get something like get location, get actor location, and then playing sounds at location. I think that would work better with this, and I am probably going to be set things up like that because that way the sound of our enemies is not going to be that much. Yeah. So I'm going to, but I'm going to be saving these options here for our footsteps. So let's go to our footstep here. And I'm going to change this for these configurations. And I actually am going to create a new one. So let's just copy this, paste it here. The next one is going to be for running. And this one is going to be for walking. Just like that. Let's go to our jog forward. For our jog forward, I'm going to get the volume multiplier and then open our running here, place it here, just like that. And then our pinch multiplier as well, just like that. And then let's go to our walking, this one right here. And here on state machine, I'm going to anim graph, movement, walking, this one. And here I'm going to get our volume multiplier, place it here, and our pinch as well, place it there as well. Save it. Let's test this. Yeah, I think it's working fine. Yeah, should be working fine. And I'm going to set this up in our state machine then. So yeah, let's close this up. So here, let's see. I think I'm going to, I could use, if I had different footsteps, I could just get a random, or I could get one for the left and one for the right. Since there is only one sound for our footsteps, I'm going to be setting up this with only one anim notifier. So here I'm going to add, oops, here I'm going to add a notifier, new notifier. This one's going to be, let's say, Footstep. Yeah, just like that, Footstep. Then I'm going to delete this, place it here. Let's see this again, right here, and then here. Copy this, place it there, then here, and then there, just like that. So now there is no sound here, but I'm going to make this work in our game. Now let's go to our running as well, movement, running. Here I'm going to be doing the same thing. I'm going to just like that. Add the notifiers, skeleton notifiers, and then I'm going to select our footstep. So the first one is, I think, just at the start, and then the next one is here. Yeah, this one here. Just like that, and then there, delete it, and then here. So save this. Let's go to our state machine now in our event graph. Just delete this thing here, and I'm going to get our notifier footstep. That's going to be this one right here. And from this, let's see. I'm going to play first. Let's get our phone owner, this one right here. Then I'm going to play sound at location. Then I'm going to get our location, just like that. And the sound to play, I actually need to set this for our footstep in walking and footstep in running. So yeah, sorry about that. Let's go to our jog forward, and let's see. Here I'm going to delete this footstep. First, I'm going to just delete these footsteps here, and I'm going to create a new notifier, new notifier. This one's going to be a footstep score running, just like that. Delete this one, copy, paste it. It's going to be here, yeah, and then this one as well, and then this one, just like that. Save it, and yeah, I could actually transition this using speed as well. Yeah, I could actually get our speed at the moment and transition between the two sounds. I think it's just going to work the same thing for both ways, but I'm going to be doing this way here. So if you want to control, you could just get a new variable for our sounds and transition use our speeds. But here I'm going to get our footstep for running. Let's get footstep run. Yeah, this one right here. And let's see. So I'm going to be doing the same thing. Copy this, paste it down here. I actually don't want to get this one again. I'm going to just place it here, just like that. Here I'm going to select our running sound. That's going to be this one. And here I'm going to be select our walking, just like that. Yeah, should be working fine. Place this pin here, and then there in our one character. Yeah, should be fine that way. So let's just make this a little bit better. I'm going to place our root node here, just like that. Place it down here, Then let's see, from this I'm going to place it here. Yeah, it's better. Not that much, but yeah, it's better. Compile this, save it, and let's see. Should be working fine. Let's go to our game. Yeah, for our character there's not that much of difference, but let's see for our enemies. Yeah, it's a lot better for our enemies. You can see they are far away. I still think the volume is multiplier is too much. I'm going to decrease this. Let's see. I'm going to our walking, and here, let's say something like 0.4. Save this. Let's go for our running, and here maybe 0.5. Save. Let's go to our game. Yeah, I think for run is too much because the enemy is going to be run as well. So yeah, I'm going to decrease this again. For rocking is going to be 0.3. For run is going to be 0.3 as well. Save this. The pitch is a little bit lower, so I think it's going to be still great. See, it's not too high, and still you can see that you are walking. You can hear that you are walking and then running. And then our enemies as well, just like that. So just that you can remember, the enemies are stopping because we are going out of our nav mesh. So if you want your enemies to go a little bit more, you can just increase the size as much as you want. Then let's see. Yeah, for our footstep is working fine, and yeah, should be fine for this. Let's make this a little bit better. I think I'm going to just make a few comments here. So this is for our immunity. This one is for our, let's see, this one is for attack. And this one is our footsteps. Just like that. Place it there. Yeah, and this one is for our draw stuff. And compile it, save. So just that you can understand, we have made our sounds for our footsteps. We can do the same for every action that we have in our game. So now, when we are walking or running, it's a lot better because you can hear the sound, so you can associate it with the real world. So you can use this in our attacks, in our, let's say, dodge, in our let's say special attacks or things like that. You can use it, and it's going to be a lot better because your players is going to feel that they are in a, let's say, in a simulation of the real life, let's say. So let's see. I could start next with our attacks, or let's say let's create battle music. I think that would be great. So from here I'm going to right click, and I'm going to create a cool. Let's place it here. Let's just place in our map to see how it is going to be sounding. So this is our battle music. I think it's too much. I'm going to decrease the sound a bit. So here, let's say something like 0.4. Save it. Let's play this. Yeah, I think it's a little too much yet. Maybe 0.28. Yeah, save. Yeah, let's go to our game. I'm going to fight a bit, just see. Yeah. Yeah, you can feel the vibe of a combat mode. It's better, it's better. Let's see. Yeah, I actually noticed that I think we have a bug in our second attack. Let's go to our Paragon Sun Kong character, Zero Zukongi. Let's go to our Sun Kong pair character. And let's see here. Special attacks, abilities. Yeah, I just forgot to place this pin in our branch. Just place it there, compile it, save it. Should be working fine now. So let's see. I think I'm going to be ending the video here, because I think it's probably a little bit too long already. And next video I'm going to be creating our sounds for, let's say, our attacks, and I'm probably going to be make the same for our special attacks, dime, jump, and so on. So thanks for watching, and I hope to see you soon.